Thank you for listening to From Dial Square to Where. Please help us grow by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and following the show on your preferred podcast platform. Please also visit our Facebook page, our Twitch channel and of course our YouTube channel. And whilst you are there, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any upcoming shows. Please also press the like button on the video so we can get recommended by YouTube to other Arsenal fans all around the world. See you soon.
The second edition of Let's Get Quizzical by From Dial Square to Where. And the exciting thing is, we've got two new guests on today who have never been on From Dial Square to Where before. Dial Square virgins, as it was. I'll go to you first, Enda. What's your name and where you come from?
Hi, I'm Enda. I'm from Ireland. God, I feel like I'm on blind date. All right, Silla.
You're right, Chuck.
I'm looking for a fun time. I know, Enda from Ireland. I'm a gay gooner, and I've been to see Arsenal with the gay gooners, and best thing was going with them to the San Siro, and we won 2-0 in Europa League against the great AC Milan.
Oh, fantastic. I'm very jealous about that. Must have been a great trip.
It really was. And they're good people too, you know. All the Arsenal away fans, good people.
Yeah, definitely. And contestant number 2, what's your name and where do you come from?
I'm Marcus. I'm from Sweden.
Fantastic.
From Stockholm. Yeah.
Excellent, from Stockholm. Well, I lived in Sweden for over a year at one stage in Falkenberg.
Oh, yeah.
Down a bit further south from yourself, but it was lovely. Really, really lovely place to live. Great to have you both.
Sorry?
Yeah. Well, I was not far at all from Freddie Youngberg. Freddie Youngberg was in Halmstad, which was not far from Falkenberg at all.
Our caretaker manager.
And if you are, I'll just quickly run through the rules just very, very briefly. I know we've just done it just offline, but for anyone new to watching this, we've got a list of some ex-Arsenal players, and they will have played for a certain number of clubs in their career. So what we do, in turns, the players will be able to bid against each other to be able to name as many of those clubs as possible with a chance to win the point. It's a best of 9. So we've got one easy one just to ease you in, which is not counting. It's just to give us a bit of practice. Okay. So Enda, I'll go to you first. And remember, this is just a practice one.
Mm-hmm.
The first player then for the practice is Thierry Henry. He has played 5 clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many would you be able to bid and name?
Including Arsenal?
Of course.
Okay.
You always got a head start because you know that one of them is Arsenal.
3.
3. Okay. What about you then, Marcus? What would your bid be to counter that?
5.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, you can't come back on that, I'm afraid, Enda. So, go ahead and name them then, Marcus.
Monaco, Juventus, Arsenal, Barcelona, New York Red Bulls.
Fantastic. That's it.
I forgot the ones after Arsenal.
That's it. Do you know what, Marcus? Amazing. Brilliant. Real
fair
demo
play,
through
fair
extremely quickly.
Yeah, easy one. So yeah.
It is an easy one for practice. Right. So, if you're ready to get started on the quiz proper, we'll go.
Yep.
So, I'm going to go to you then first, Marcus, on this one. This player has played for 10 clubs in total, and it's Emmanuel Adebayor. So, what will your initial bid be? It's a tough one.
4.
Okie doke. 4. Good start. Good strong start. What about you, Enda? How would you want to counter that?
I will ask him to name those 4 clubs.
You can't. You'd either have to ask him to name them or you have to try and go for the 5?
I asked him to name one.
Name your 4 then, Marcus. Just do it a little bit slower so everyone can keep up as well.
Arsenal,
Of course, yeah.
Tottenham,
Yeah.
Manchester City,
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Correct. Fantastic. Well done.
I think he was at Monaco as well, but I'm not. Yeah, wasn't sure.
That is true as well. He started off at Metz, but then he went to Monaco, then Arsenal, Manchester City, Real Madrid, then Spurs, then Crystal Palace.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, exactly. Then Istanbul Başakşehir when they started having some money.
Sure.
Then Kayserispor, and then he finished off at Club Olympia, which I believe is in Greece.
Okay.
So, yeah, a few clubs there that we wouldn't have known. So, yeah, that's great. 1-0 to you then, Marcus.
Fair play.
Now, this is your bid then, Ender. Next player played for 8 clubs in total. And his name is Lord Nicholas Bentner. So have a think and see how many of those 8 clubs you think
3.
you can name. Opening bid of 3. What about you then, Marcus?
4.
Would you like to go for 5, Ender?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You name your 4 then, please, Marcus.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
He was in Rosenborg in Norway, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Juventus.
Finished off his career at Rosenborg.
Juventus.
Yeah, went to Juventus on loan.
And I think he was at Nottingham Forest.
Do you know what? That's brilliant. That's the one I probably wouldn't have got, Marcus. Congratulations. Well done there, mate.
Does a loan club count?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. Started off at Copenhagen, then to Arsenal, then went to Birmingham City, Sunderland, Juve, Wolfsburg, which is another one that slipped past me, Forest, and then Rosenborg. So well done, Marcus. That's 2-0.
Thanks.
Come on in, Ender. Come on. You've got to get into this now, mate.
I think he's just too good. He's on X Games mode, as the kids would say.
It's all about the fun. It's all about the taking part, but you still got plenty of time to come back.
Yes, I'll get a taking part merit badge because this guy's on fire.
He is on fire. Excellent. Marcus.
Yep.
This player played for 5 clubs. And it's Emmanuel Eboué. How many do you reckon you can name? I am Eboué. Get your thinking cap on, Ender. See if you can come up with some.
Okay, I'm going to stick with 2, I think.
Okay, 2. Ender. That you've got to have a chance of that. Got to have a chance.
I should,
Have a good think. Have a good think. No time. No, don't worry about the time.
Well, I mean, like if I bid, it's going to be 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, he'll know 2. He'll know 2. So I might as well say 3.
Going to go for 3. What about you, then, Marcus? You're going to come back with that?
No, I'm going to ask him to name them.
Take your time then, Ender. Got a point here in the bag. If you can just have a think of 3 clubs that Emmanuel Eboué played for. Okay,
well, he played for Arsenal.
Of course he did. Yep, 1.
So I'm taking that 1. Okay.
Yep.
I'm trying to, did he play for Manchester City? Or am I mixing him up with someone completely different?
You have to say. I can't.
Oh, no, sorry. Manchester City.
Okay. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately,
he
didn't. Unfortunately, he didn't. Unlucky. He started off with obviously a club in the Ivory Coast, actually, which would be really, you'd have to be a real...
Oh, I'm thinking of Touré.
Mimosa.
Somewhere in Belgium. Did he play in Belgium?
He did. Beveren in Belgium.
Beveren, right, yeah.
We bought him from Beveren. Then he went to Galatasaray.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then finished off his career in Sunderland. And thank you ever so much, Mr. G. I love you too, saying I look like a Texan trucker, and I do indeed, and I'm proud of it. Right, next player is for you.
Has he not won?
Hmm?
I thought it was first to 3, was it?
That's 3. No, it's best of 9. So it's first.
Oh,
to
that's
9.
all right. So 2 more before I'm humiliated. 5 nil instead of 3
Seeing
nil.
how you want to get on, though, we can actually carry on if you wanted to, just to get through the 9 players, but it's up to you. Next player, Ender, is a bit more of an Arsenal legend, a true hero. He's played for 7 clubs in total, and it's going to be a difficult one, I'm sure. It's Charlie George, the legend that is Charlie George. How many of the 7 different clubs?
3. I'm going to say 3 to begin with.
Not bad opening, but Gambit. What about you, Marcus? Charlie George, well known for his cup-winning goal in 1971 to win us the double. His laying down celebration, long flowing locks.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do 4, so I'm gonna call.
Another chance for you, Ender. Come on, you can do this now. 3 clubs for Charlie George.
Okay, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Celtic.
The academy. Sorry?
Celtic, yes.
No, he didn't play for Celtic, Charlie George. No, unfortunately not. No, that's a point to you again, Marcus.
Oh, that's dreadful.
He started off at Arsenal, then he went to Derby, famously. Then he went into America for Minnesota Kings, but he came back to Southampton, then Forest. Then he played for a Chinese club called Belova, and then came back and, funnily enough, played for Bournemouth. Never knew Bournemouth. But yeah, a few English clubs there as well, but unfortunately, he didn't play for Celtic.
Difficult one.
It was a difficult one. Now, this one again is for Marcus to start off the bidding. Now, this guy has played for 7 clubs in total, and it's Lauren, the great right back Lauren. How many of the 7 clubs do you think you can name? And this one, if you get it, will be for the win.
Well, I'm going to start with 3 then. 3.
Okie doke. 3. Ender.
I happen to hope naming 4, so I'll have to hope he doesn't know 3, but he will. So name 3 and win.
Name 3. Name 3 then.
Well, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Portsmouth.
Yeah.
And I believe we bought him from Mallorca.
We did. We did buy him from Mallorca. Congratulations.
Well done.
Yes, well done. He spent most of his time obviously in Spain. Started off with a club called Utrera in Spain, then went to Sevilla, Levante. We bought him from Mallorca. Then he went to Pompey after Arsenal, finishing up in Spain with Cordoba. So well done. So that's actually the 5. Now, do you want to get the last 4 done anyway, guys?
Sure.
Yeah. Fantastic. Why not, eh? Why not? Ender, your bid. And it's our ex-manager, George Graham. He's played for 6 different clubs. All in England, I should say. Give you a hint. All in England. So, how many do you reckon you can name of George Graham's former clubs?
2.
2. Marcus.
I'm going to have 3. I'll have a guess.
You're going to counter with 4, Ender.
No, I'm not going to counter with 4.
Oh, it's all for fun. All for fun. Go on.
Oh,
Go on.
no. I'll let him name the 3.
Okay,
and
you
that'll
name
be
your
it.
3 then, Marcus. Name your 3.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think he played for Man United.
He did.
Did he play for Tottenham? Not sure.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, Tottenham. No?
He managed Tottenham.
Ender's got a point. Ender's got a point.
Oh, gee! Woo!
Yes,
Woo!
get in
Go,
there, Ender.
gee!
Get
Top
in there, my
scorer!
son. Get in there, my son. Yeah, no, he played
But he
for
said Tottenham.
He started off with Villa, then went to Chelsea, then he was at Arsenal, then Man United, as you said, Marcus. Then he went to Portsmouth and finished up at Crystal Palace. I didn't know about Palace. That's another one that passed me by.
It's a bit of a Lisa Stansfield, been around the world.
Every day is a school day. Every day is a school day.
Well, except during COVID, when no day is a school day.
Right.
got one right
You
because
did.
got
You
it
did get one
wrong.
right.
OG. Bit
Right.
I
Sorry,
feel
who did
bit
the
like
initial
Southampton
bid on that?
yesterday. Won with an OG.
Yeah. Who did the initial bid on that one? Well, that was you, Ender, was it? Or was it Marcus? I can't remember. We apologise.
I started the bidding with
Yeah.
2.
Great.
2 you, and he went 3, and I went name them.
No
Yeah.
problem.
And
So-
I didn't. So yeah.
It's your start then. The next one for Marcus is John Hartson, and he's played for 8 clubs. The big man, John Hartson. How
Jesus. I don't think I know any others, so I'm just gonna say 1.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to say 2.
Yeah. I'll name them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arsenal, and it can be international clubs as well, yeah?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Or in this case, clubs within
UK
the
clubs.
Union or whatever it is. Yeah.
Let me tell you, UK only.
Yeah, I know. It's Celtic and Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's the 2.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. That's
Woo!
see, now the pressure's off, Ender.
No, I
Coming
think
into
he's
your
taking,
own, aren't you,
no, he's taking the handbrake off. This guy is good. This guy is
The
good.
only way to score
But,
is to take the
he's
handbrake off.
just a gentleman, so he's not absolutely hammering me. That's the real thing. So thank you.
Well done. Well done.
It's,
But
it,
yeah,
that's Swedish hospitality and politeness for you.
it is.
Because I
It is
actually was in
indeed.
Sweden once, very briefly. I went to
Sweet.
Copenhagen, and I said, if I get the train to Malmo, which was home of the Eurovision, which Ireland won with Linda Martin, why me? I'll have been in Sweden, because I've been to Norway, lovely country. Denmark was lovely. I wanted to go to Sweden. So I literally took the train, spent an hour in Malmo, and got the train back to Copenhagen.
I hope you said hello to Roy Hodgson while you were there,
Why would I say hello to Roy Hodgson?
because he was there. He's manager at Malmo.
Well, I'd rather
He
go
won the
see
Euro-
where
he won
Linda
the
Martin
European
won
Cup.
Eurovision, but that's just me.
Yeah, he speaks fluent Swedish.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, they always interview him in Swedish on like the Swedish Premier
He's a
League.
very intelligent man.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean,
He is.
like he his football brain is second to none.
Absolutely.
But then
Absolutely.
again, the English media don't like intelligent people so much, I find.
No, exactly. Well done. That was another point. So it's 5-2. Now you're making a strong comeback.
I think
now,
he's
Ender.
put on the kids at this stage.
Let's-
He's give them a runabout.
We've got 2 left. Two
Okay.
left. Now, the next one, and it's your bid, Ender, I believe. It's a player I had high hopes for at the time when he was coming through. He's played for 7 clubs, and it's Henry Lansbury. Henry Lansbury.
I could tell you plays that Angela Lansbury was in.
Murder,
Holy-
she wrote.
Bugger. Be my guest. I'll say 2.
Okay, 2. What about you, Marcus?
Well, I definitely know 2. I just gotta think of a third one.
Go on. Be my guest. Put your brain power to the test.
You going to try for 3? Seeing as it's a bit of fun now, you won anyway, Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll say 3.
Go on then. Name your 3.
Well, he's been at Arsenal and Nottingham Forest.
Yep, correct. He's actually still at a Premier League club now.
Is he?
Yeah.
So there you go. You have a 1 in 19 chance of getting it right. Probably 18 because you won't say Spurs.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably about 1 in 6 because there's not going to be any of the big clubs.
Yeah.
There's 2 clubs that are currently in the Championship that he played for.
Yeah.
There's one, I believe they're in League One,
Okay,
where he was on loan, but there's also another Premier League club as well.
So there's 2 Premier League clubs.
No, well, 1 Premier League club, 2 championships.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, beg your pardon. There is 2 Premier League clubs. There's 2 Premier
Apart
League
from
clubs.
Arsenal.
Yeah, apart from Arsenal and 2
You have a good
championship
chance
clubs.
of getting one of them.
let's see here. It's like I think it might be like Villa or Newcastle. I'm gonna say.
Ooh, yeah, so one of those. It is one of those.
Okay. I think it's Villa.
Congratulations, it is Villa, and that's where he is at the moment. He's still at Villa.
Wow.
Yeah, well done. Well
High
done.
flying.
He
Aston
went
Villa.
from Arsenal to Scunthorpe on loan.
Okay.
Then he went to Watford, Norwich, West Ham. Then you two that you said, Forest and Villa. Well done.
Cool.
I really liked him when he was coming through. I really had high hopes for him.
Yeah, me too.
I
I
thought he
remember
was really
scoring against Spurs in the League Cup.
Yeah, he did. He did. You're very right. Last one. It's the last one now, and it's your bid, Marcus. A real old warrior at the back. Scored us the winning goal in the League Cup final. It's Andy Linnigan. Big commanding centre-back. He's played for 8 different clubs.
I don't really even know who that is, so I'm going to say 1.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, sad. That's a
1.
shame. That's a shame. I hope you got some Jack Daniels in that Coke, Ender.
Well, I'm sorry, but if I was going to drink anything with it, it'd be Jameson.
Oh, okay. Fair play. Fair play.
In the words of Joe Biden, I'm Irish. Is that the BBC? I'm Irish.
Right. What do you know about Andy Linnigan? You've only got a name.
I know he scored against Sheffield Wednesday.
He did. He did.
And I know that he was dropped in the celebrations and he dislocated his arm.
No, that's Steve Morrow. He broke his arm.
Oh, was that in the League Cup?
Tony Adams picked up Steve Morrow and he fell over, went straight over the back and broke his arm really badly.
So was that in the other cup final in 93? Yeah, sorry. I'm mixing up mediocre centre-backs. Sorry.
Morrow wasn't a centre-back. He was a midfielder.
Okay, I'm really dying and...
You've only got to name 2 clubs.
Right, I'm saying 2.
Go on then. Go on. Just
he's to decide whether he wants to name them or go for 3.
He doesn't. Marcus has already said he doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You can name them.
Right. I want you to give me a hand and say if they're in what league they're in, by the way.
Let me say that there's 2 clubs that are currently in the Premier League, apart from Arsenal.
It's Andy Linnigan. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's 2 clubs.
Do you remember that song, Return to Innocence?
Yes, I do.
Was there an Andy Linnigan chant for that song, or did I just make that up myself when I was 7?
I made it up, to be honest with you, but I like it. But
it made sense. Return to Innocence, Andy Linnigan have the same vocal structure.
Let me give you because it's the last one. It's for a bit of fun, and you can claw back to 6-3, which is not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
There's 2 clubs that he's played for that play in yellow.
Well, right. Because I was actually going to suggest this for Mr. Angela Lansbury. We're going to go for Norwich City.
Yes. Well done.
And I'm going to be a chicken and run back home and say Arsenal FC.
Fantastic. Well done. Yeah, and he's now a plumber. He's got his works. Oh, what has he got in his works van? It's really funny.
Andy Linnigan's a plumber.
Yeah.
Should he not be doing like some rubber
something
chicken
funny
circuit
on the side of his van as well? No,
should he not be doing some rubber chicken circuit of ex-pros that scored winners in the FA Cup final?
Madness, I know. He was a good player, Andy Linnigan. It was a good.
He was a good utility player. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Get you out of a hole.
He broke his nose in that final.
I knew he damaged something.
He still headed, rose up at the far post and headed the winner with a broken nose. And
people talk about the Man City goalie. Can't even compare. Imagine heading the ball, not with your nose, but having broken your nose.
He would have gone off nowadays, let's face it, with a broken
nose. Yeah.
He wouldn't have scored that winner.
In my day.
Now listen, 6-3. You're not bad in the end, and you should be proud of
I think he took his foot off the gas completely, to be fair to him, which I do appreciate.
I think you were playing your hardest, weren't you, Marcus?
I was, yes.
Listen, if you give us as we've got a few more minutes, because obviously you're from Ireland and you're from Sweden, just give us a bit of background as to how you became Arsenal fans, just out of interest. Enda, for you first.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this for nothing. When I was little, I didn't like football. I didn't care about football. it was the furthest thing from my mind. But all my family are big Liverpool fans. My dad's a big Liverpool fan. Well, the girls supported Man United because of Ryan Giggs and Lee Sharp, which I like Lee Sharp.
Very shallow. Very shallow.
Listen, sometimes you got to swim in those shallow waters.
Yeah, listen, it's more than, skin deep. You've got to have the talent. You've got to have the flair.
Sorry.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
We have the sexiest manager in the Premier League. We used to have the sexiest player, but now he plays for Chelsea. And Andy Linnigan was a proper art. Sorry, Andy Linnigan. Imagine Andy Linnigan. Freddie Ljungberg was a sexy model, so
Oh, he was. Yeah, we had a very good-looking team, didn't we?
With good-looking players. With some munters as well. God bless.
Pablo Marie as well. He's a good-looking player.
Oh, sure. He's my new handle on Twitter. It's Mrs. Pablo Marie.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. I don't blame you, mate.
Oh, I'm telling you, he's just all kinds of gorgeous.
He is.
I hope he does modelling for Calvin Klein and others.
What about Cedric Suarez, Zorro? He looks like Zorro, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on the story. How did you become an Arsenal fan?
Oh, sorry. Back to the story. So I started secondary school, 1992. Premier League started, but everyone, you have to pick a team. You have to pick a team. My best friend at the time was a Spurs fan, big Spurs fan. Blah blah blah. Never stopped going on about them. Wouldn't give you any lunch money either. But I know that's not true. He actually gave me a rake of his Panini stickers. So say no more about him.
Love Panini stickers.
Yeah, it was so funny because the one I didn't have was Alan Smith, and I was offered it twice, and I said I've got that one, and I didn't, but I did get it at the end. But the only thing was I had 24 stickers left, and I wanted to send off to Panini for them, but my mum wouldn't let me because we're in Ireland, and it costs more to post them than it would have to buy them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The international postage. And now, of course, you'd have to pay customs and VAT and excise. Well, you wouldn't. It's under 20. But anyway, so because he supported Spurs and my family were Liverpool fans, I said, well, screw you. I'm going to support George Graham's Arsenal because they're boring and they just win 1-0 and they're the anti-football. And that was the reason. And I got well behind them. David O'Leary's testimonial, 93. And of course, the double, the cup double that year. Yeah. Great. Then as time progressed, I became big into football and I fell in love with football with Arsene Wenger. And I will build a statue to that man in my garden.
Right.
And woe betide anyone that says anything negative about him because, as I always said, be careful for what you wish for because you just might get it. And I think those chickens have come home to roost for a lot of toxics, as I refer to them, those Arsenal fans that their only means of success was by humiliating others on the internet.
Yeah. No, very good.
And I have no time for that.
No, not at all. Not
like
at
those
all.
players all give their... I mean, it was even like someone said, Aubameyang couldn't be upset because he earns too much money. I mean, that's nonsense. Like, one's a basic emotion and the other's just money.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like,
and, just Richard has asked because I forgot to read out what Andy Linnigan's clubs were, and he's interested. Andy Linnigan started off at Hartlepool, then went to Leeds United, then Oldham, then Norwich, then Arsenal, then Palace, then QPR, finishing off his career at Oxford United.
I thought you were going to say Oxford University.
Yeah, Oxford United. So he had a good career, Andy Linnigan. Right, Marcus.
Yep.
So what's your story then about the Arsenal?
Well, I got into football when I was pretty young. At the World Cup '98 was my first tournament I remember. And Sweden didn't qualify, so I sort of had my two favorite teams in the tournament was Brazil because I'm born there. And then the Netherlands. For some arbitrary reason, I think my parents worked in the Netherlands in the 80s, so I just sort of supported the Netherlands. And Dennis Bergkamp and Ronaldo sort of became the two players that I just really loved.
Yeah.
And then at a market a couple of months later, there was a Bergkamp shirt that I got from my parents, and it was an Arsenal shirt.
Great.
So I just sort of decided then that I was going to be an
Great
Arsenal.
parents.
Then a year later, they bought Freddie Ljungberg, who was already one of my favorite players in Sweden. So,
fantastic, excellent. Have you
Mm.
ever managed to get over to see any matches as yet? Or
Yeah, I've been to a couple of games, especially like I've been to plenty of preseason games. I lived in Japan for a couple of years, and so I went to, like, in 2013 maybe, when Arsenal was in Japan. I went to all the games, and
fantastic.
went to when we played the New York Red Bulls a couple of years ago. I went to that, and I've been to maybe 6 or 7 Premier League games.
That's brilliant.
I think, yeah.
Well, we'll have to get you back on at some point, both of you, and have a bit
Well,
more
I
of a
think
chat,
the man
because
down,
some nice stories, I think.
But he was just saying about his first World Cup. I just want to mention it now because of his passing. But my first World Cup, I remember, was Mexico 1986.
Yeah.
And I remember I was 4, and I remember just sitting with my dad watching the final, and I just Maradona was just mesmerizing and spellbinding, and he was such a great player. And like Gaza, I was unfortunate how addiction, and like George Best as well, how addiction and everything kind of befell them because of their success from relative poverty to, superstardom. The weight of success that kind of drove them down the road to addiction is very sad. And I mean, we've lost George Best and we've lost Diego Maradona far too soon. And I mean, I just hope Gaza, for England people's sake, obviously he's not going to make, but I just hope he kind of lasts as long as he can.
Well said.
Lives as long as he can. Sorry, not lasts.
Well, obviously, France '98 was when the
Bergkamp.
headlines of the paper were Arsenal win the World Cup, of course, as well, with the
Petit
and Vieira combining in the final to win them.
And then Anelka was there too, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but it was like a win made under Arsenal's players, wasn't it? In the end, so that was great. But it's been an absolute pleasure to have you both on. I hope
thank
you'll
you.
both come on
well,
again.
Thank you very much.
Really interesting, and I'm sure we've got so many more stories. I mean, so far, did you say you were born in Brazil as well, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm adopted. So yeah,
born in Brazil. Obviously, lived in Japan. A very interesting background you got there as well. So fantastic. So I hope to speak to you again.
Yeah,
and of course, yourself,
excellent
Marcus,
footballing brain. Like I doff my cap to his absolutely superior football knowledge.
Oh, no, it's great, and it's all just a bit of fun. And
I
hope you've both enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it tremendously, and thank you very much for taking your foot off the gas once you'd secured the win.
It's been great, guys. Anyway, so
cheers.
Please subscribe to the guys that are watching and listening. Thank you ever so much. It's been really appreciated. Thanks for all your comments. Even though you said I look like a Texan trucker, Joel, but there you go. I'm proud that I look like a Texan.
But keep on trucking.
Exactly, keep on trucking, and
convoy.
Up the Arsenal. Come on for Tuesday. Take care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys.
Revenge against Southampton.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we will. We'll win.
Match prediction.
My prediction. I think with the full strength team, I think we'll win 2-1. 2-1. I think.
I think we could win 0 if we have our full complement of defenders back.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree as well. But I think potentially with I don't know whether you know, it's absolutely the weather is terrible at the moment everywhere.
Oh yeah,
right across the UK.
Yeah, because we had the weather last night and it travelled on to the UK today. So no, the weather is dreadful.
Hasn't stopped snowing all day. I know you obviously you're well used to it. When I lived in Sweden, Marcus, I used to have to. Well, when you come in as an immigrant into Sweden, you're forced to learn Swedish, as you may or may not know. And I had to cycle about 4 miles each way to my classes. And during the winter, it was minus 26 degrees, and I was cycling to school. 4 miles there, 4 miles back in minus 26, and I think
you sound like my parents. I cycle to school.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, if I had a wee outside, it would have frozen before it hit the floor. It was that cold. But so I'm sure you're well used to it over in Sweden. this weather, but you never know. And that's the reason why potentially we might let a goal in. You never know in this sort of weather. But yeah, I'm confident we'll win either way. Put it that way.
Well, I'm not confident we'll win, but hopefully we will.
Yeah, they're a great side.
It could be 0-0. It could be 1-0. Who knows?
It could be anything. Could be anything. But let's be positive and let's hope for a win on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Anyway,
go the Arsenal.
Thanks ever so much and take care, and we'll see you again soon.
Cheers, guys. Well done.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.